Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Thursday, everyone. Guys, the altcoins are heating up. Some might even say Altseason. Right now it's nearly impossible to tell. But if you're in profit, or at least if your bags are stacked, make sure you sound off in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Thursday, everyone. How's everyone doing today? Guys, pretty eventful day. The altcoins are absolutely ripping. We got some double-digit gains to report in the gains department. We've had to hire a whole department now just to keep up with the numbers. Hey. All right. I am totally ready. Creepy sheepy said I like the Channel 5 news music. Does Channel 5 news have like intense heavy metal for their intro? Hey, Philly said he made it. What's going on, Philly? Oh my goodness. Dave spamming rockets. Fahid was first as always. Tom Sells Goat said, yo, if you're going to cheat on your wife, don't do it at a Coldplay concert. That's probably the only place to cheat on your wife because I'm not going to say it. I'm going to get in trouble. I was going to say, who goes to a Coldplay concert? But be completely honest with you, couldn't name a single Coldplay song. And it's not that I don't know any. I guess I just don't know any. I'm sure if I heard them, I would be like, oh, this is a good song. I like this song or whatever. But I would never be able to tell you that it was Coldplay or the name of the song. All right, Quick Brunch said we're back. We never went anywhere. But yes, we are. We are pretty much back. It's getting exciting. Creepy Sheepy, Spam to Sheep. Tom Salt's Coats said HBAR and LDO, big days. Lido, I believe. Creepy Sheepy said Channel 5 news music. I do have like a news music thing. Hold on, where is it? Oh, jeez, I don't even know what it would be. I'm not going to play it because then I got to copyright that one too. Billy said JJ win beard shave. So I've been given a number for my fiance because the Dong guys asked me about the beard shave. My fiance said, in order for her to not like denounce my life and bury me under the parking lot, it would have to be 10K in order for me to shave my beard. So that's when, Philly. And it would have to be one lump sum. It can't be like couple hundred here and there for like a year or two. It would have to be just straight up 10K. So there's your answer. Guys, Bitcoin $119,827.99. I guess I'm gonna try to get through this part because Bitcoin's, I guess the leader, but alts are absolutely stealing the show today. So this is kind of the boring part of the stream. Wow, look at all those liquidations. We are spicing up, guys. We got 121.050. We got, I'm going to just go straight up right here, 122.080. And then at 122.18, I'm going to just get rid of. And then down below, we got 119.271. And then we got, where do I go for this one? I guess I'll go right here, 117,304. Yeah, that looks pretty even out. So we'll see where we end up. Kind of exciting stuff though, watching all these liquidations occur. I'm surprised that there's one so close right here. That's definitely going to get hit. But Bitcoin's holding up really nicely. It's already touched 120K a couple of times today. Kind of chugging along. Bitcoin dominance continues to fall, 62.16. We are now breaking through horizontal support levels. Once we break below 60, I think it's officially go time. But with all of these Genius Act and Clarity Act and all that stuff passing and getting the green light, I think that people are starting to pay attention now. There's clear legal framework. The citizens of the United States, you know, the no-coiner ones, are now inclined to at least do a little bit of research, to learn, to figure out what's this cryptocurrency thing all about. Oh, it's not a scam? It's not a Ponzi scheme? Oh, my tax money's going towards us approving these for legal tender? I guess I should look into this. And here we are. HQZ said, what up? What's going on, HQZ? Giovanni said, any chance of last minute grabs? I've been holding all week with my dry cash to wait for any kind of pullback, and it's been straight up. Okay, here's what I will say to you. Obviously, this is not financial advice. We have been going straight up. You are correct. But we've also been perfectly following this astrological ChatGPT chart that we referenced on stream the other day. Today is the 17th, which is right here. Tomorrow is going to be volatile. Saturday, Sunday, according to this, are going to be red. So not financial advice, but I might hold off on my DCA tomorrow. Or not. I might not. I have an allocated amount. I might just maybe put aside a chunk of DCA for Saturday, Sunday, because the 23rd through the 26th is supposed to be straight green 4 days in a row. So I'm kind of waiting for that, but Saturday, Sunday, we might get a little pullback according to this chart if we're relying on that. So far, it's actually been pretty accurate though. So I will be that. I will be the first guy to say, I'm enjoying the astrological chart. ETH is up 4.18%, currently trading at 35.12 and 21 cents. 35.21 is our next point of resistance. ETH surprisingly blasted above 31.75. Got right above 33.66 and did a little fake out down below. Liquidity grab right around, what is that, 32, 33? And broke above, little midpoint rejection, support, and now it's testing 35.21. If it closes above 35, that would be huge. ETH has been chugging along. These little red candles show that very few people are taking profits because everyone knows what's coming. I think we're literally at that point where the people that were going to sell because, oh no, it's getting a little scary and I'm up like 5%. Those people have sold already. Those people have been selling for 3 years.
What do you think of SEI, and do you think it will reach its all-time high this bull cycle, and where you see it ending up?
Said, what do you think of C? And do you think it will reach its all-time high this bull cycle, and where you see it ending up? Thank you for the $4.99 super chat, Frank. I appreciate that very much. Did it narrate that? I got to change my thing. I'm sure it narrated it. Okay, let's go take a look, actually. So C definitely tends to sort of follow SWE, but it definitely outperformed this past move. We had a flag, very clear flag, broke down, which turned into a channel, broke above, resistance right around 35, rejected there, oops, got some support, and then continued grinding up. Now we are breaking below that 35 support again, but it's holding 33.9 so far. It seems like it's potentially doing the ladder up, the scaffolding build, but we want it to continue that. If it does, it's going to be a slow grind up and on a ascending channel, which does usually end up breaking bearish, but that's not the end of the world. Tom said, bro, just nuked. What just nuked? Okay, so let's actually take a look. You said all-time high. So what I'm going to do, I like to do CoinMarketCap historical. And I'm going to go to this chart first, though. Go to the daily. And I'm going to figure out what day the all-time high hit. Current all-time high on C is actually March of 2024, according to this chart. Hold on, let me see if there's an older chart. That was Binance, Bybit, March, February, nope. MXC. Okay, so I'm assuming C is one of the newer coins. It definitely seems that way. Okay, so Binance, it is actually March 2024, March 16th, 2024. So we'll go here. It wasn't that long ago, so this is kind of a pointless exercise, but I'll show you anyways. March 17th. Yeah, March 17th, it was about the same. March 15, 16, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so March 17th, it pretty much hovered around between 80 and 90. And its all-time high is around $1. Okay, so at the time, where is it? Right here. C was number 53 with a $2.4 billion market cap and 2.6 billion circulating. Currently, they have doubled their supply. So the supply has doubled, which means in order for them to reach this price, in order for them to reach 90 cents, they would need to have a $5 billion market cap because they doubled their circulating supply. Their max supply is not specified on here as well, so keep an eye on that. But the circulating supply has doubled, so in order to get to 90 cents, they would need about a $5 billion market cap, which is not the end of the world, especially in a bull market. Currently, 5 billion would put it right around number 2930, 28, 2930. And I think it's got the potential to get there. Where is it at right now? Number 49? Yeah. See, it's almost right back to that market cap, but the price is halved because they've doubled their supply. Does that math make sense? So yeah, I think it's possible. They would just need to not inflate the supply any further. That is a lot of inflation as well, doubling within a year. That's pretty spicy. But I think it's got the potential to do it. They got eyes, eyes on them. They gotta take advantage of the attention that they get when they pump, though. Use that for good marketing, Altseason, all that stuff. Okay, let's get back to our charts. Guys, don't forget to stick around for the daily close contest. Appreciate you again, Frank. I hope I was able to answer your questions. Okay, so Sol is up 1.71%. Sol is actually kind of slow today. $176.69. Nice. A little bit of overhead resistance, it seems. Well, maybe it's just slow. I don't know. It does seem to be struggling right around here. But we got above this purple trend line, which was clear resistance with 2 points of confluence. Broke above that, retested, confirmed, continuing to the upside. 184 is my next target. If we can get there, great. If not, I would actually look for it to project right here, which is that midpoint in between 167 and 184. Volume's starting to get a little more oomph to it. Your RSI is bouncing off of its moving average. And your momentum wave is just kind of staying in the overbought territory. So Sol, the percentage return is a little bit lackluster, but the chart looks good. Total 3 is up 4.81%. We have officially blasted above $1 trillion market cap just in this last 4-hour time frame. Very exciting stuff. RSI is indicating overbought, but I don't know if that even is relevant, especially for just total 3 in general. This is exciting. This to me is the first sign of alt season. Second would be, I think, that 1.13. Jeez, look at my all-time high guess is so low. So we got a 2.86% candle right now. It's at 4.79 total for the day. I'm excited, dude. Total 3 looks awesome. ADA's up 8.84% on the day, currently trading at 83.20. Still nowhere near all-time highs, but it does seem to be blasting through these resistance levels. Did a little fake out above 74, got back below, a little midpoint liquidity dip, broke above again, retested, confirmed bullish over 74.63. Got a little rejection at 82, little midpoint liquidity pullback, and blasted above 82 at the moment. We'll see if it continues, although 8.86%, pretty high for at least by comparison to what we've seen ADA do recently. But we'll see. We'll see if it goes double digits again. It's got some pretty hefty candles. Volumes start to increase significantly, which is exciting. We do have bearish divergence again. Something to keep an eye on, but we have yet to get a rejection up here to complete that bearish divergence. And I'm sure there's bullish divergence to accompany it. I think that is true, actually. So it's kind of canceling each other out right now. It's just in a grind to the upside. A little fair valuation reaccumulation. SNEK is up 13.98%. Did anyone accumulate SNEK the entire time I've been shilling it? Tyler said, hype. I picked the only coin that doesn't moon. Dang. All right, guys, we got 20 minutes until the daily close contest. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. Make sure you smash the like button and subscribe. If you are not subscribed, you cannot participate. SNEK potentially rejecting its 37.93. It's currently 37.54. We got a nice break above 35.161, retested and confirmed strength right there. This thing's just been blasting to the upside. I believe the holder count has gone parabolic for SNEK as well. If you guys are interested in these metrics, I would actually just recommend going to SNEK board. So SNEK was within the top 10, mind you, with at the time zero, what's the term? Tier 1 exchange listings. Okay, that's going to suck up the life out of my computer. Just go to snekboard.com. But they were top 10. I don't think that they're top 10 anymore, but they're working their way back up probably relatively quick, I'm assuming. Tyler said, Pinley and Ando are looking so good. Fahid said, is the stream working? It better be. Mike Joyce said, I need Ada and Crow to hit $5 bangers. Right. Fahid said, must be me then. Yeah, let me know if it gets a little goofy for you guys. XRP, out of nowhere, up 16.04% on the day. Not entirely sure why this thing's blasting to the upside. Currently trading at 352.49. XRP, I told you guys, it's going to be poetic. XRP is probably going to be the ETH killer. The least suspected one. It's close. So here's the issue. ETH's getting pumpy too. And XRP at one point only had the double in market cap. Now it has to do like a 2.25. And that's with it also continuing to pump. But this structure just looks so much more clean compared to ETH. So who knows, man. I just think it would be poetic if XRP flipped to ETH. Cody said, sup, friends? What's going on, Cody? All right, let's continue. XRP looks awesome. Breaking above 340, 384. Maybe next. I think that's the current all-time high as well. Now, mind you, this was a while ago, but we had this crazy flag target, which took us up to 376. This was way back in December, so we'll see. What if we actually hit that 376? Wouldn't that be crazy? Now, I don't know if I'm going to claim that as a victory. I think I would rather take this move right here and take my frugal target of 328. But we'll see. HBAR's up 20% on the day. Like I said, guys, they are curing cancer. They've been doing it for a couple of years now. Anytime anything crazy goes on, HBAR's there to save the day. Currently trading at 28.38. Blasted right above 26, right through that, no problem. Next stop, hopefully 32. It is in our accumulation window again, which is very exciting. Exciting stuff. I don't even know what prompted this. It just went bananas. out of nowhere. Volumes increasing over time, which is exciting. Momentum wave also increasing. RSI. We do have bearish div, but we also have bullish div. So just sit back and enjoy the pump, man. Sit back and enjoy the pump. SWE's up 2.36% on the day, currently trading at $4.03.5. SWE got above 391. Seems to have resistance at 410, but it's holding above 391 very nicely. What we don't want it to do this. We don't want it to come up here, chop around, and then go down and fail. We don't want that at all, because that sucks when that happens. It seems like that might be what's happening, but we'll see. This one back here, we came out of a uptrend curve. Same thing right here on a smaller level, maybe not smaller time frame, just a smaller pattern in general. But we want to see this break to the upside and just smash through 438. I think SWE can do it. What's the all-time high? We were looking for $6 by May. It almost got there, dude. It was 540 in January. Dang. Yeah, I think this thing's just set up to explode. SWE's definitely going to be top 10 for sure. Chart looks awesome, up 2.3%. Not financial advice, obviously. Ondo's up 8.65%, looking good. The trajectory has held up beautifully on our waste management fractal. We are fulfilling the W as we speak, looking for a eventual touch of 145, which is literally like 45% pump from here. And then if we reject there, find support at $1, another rejection at 145, liquidity pullback down to 95, and then blast off to new all-time highs around October, November. Not financial advice. I would not be surprised if this is the beginnings of the accumulation zone. This is the disbelief rally, and then it's going to curl down a little bit. Everyone's going to freak out. They're going to be like, I told you so. I'm glad I took profit at, at $1 Ondo, and then it's going to go to $10 just by waiting a couple of months, and they're going to be like, dang it. So it is what it is. You can't help those people. Not financial advice, though, obviously. Make sure you pay yourself, take profits. But also, taking profits is a psyop, and there's no such thing as gaslighting. Aerodrome is down 0.97% on the day. A little rejection around 96.2. Couldn't quite get it. Actually, $1. $1 is a perfect rejection right there. Got above 96.2. No problem. But that rejection at $1 pushed it right back below. We did find support around like 88. Random number. It's currently sitting at 9 to 1. We'll see if she pushes back to the upside. RSI looks good. Momentum wave looks good. Arrow might just keep doing this with these little spikes and this slow burn to the upside. I don't really mind that at all, actually. But the chart looks awesome. RSI looks clean. Everything looks good on the 4-hour time frame. Pinlink is up 10.95%, currently trading at 79.92. Where was my buy? I don't remember. I'd have to look. But Pinlink looks awesome. I want to see it. I do want to see it get above 87.69 because right now it does look like it's setting up a potential M, and we don't want an M. We want an N. Volume's increasing, which is great. RSI's decreasing. So the candle body, so there's no bearish dip, which is good. Yeah, Pinlink looks great. Looks great right here. Render's up 3.46% on the day. It is beautifully sitting at 416, right above $4, which is our beginning to our accumulation zone. Very large accumulation zone. It's almost comical how big this is. It's just $4 to $6.6, which is 50% increase. But it is what it is, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. We got our bust into $4, our little retest of our 390-ish area, and we're increasing in price. Momentum wave is a little bit spicy. RSI is chilling. Render looks good. Stellar's up 11.49% on the day. Fahid, how's that trade going, my friend? Currently trading at 50.55. We got a little overhead resistance around 51, 52. See if that breaks. It has a similar form to Pinlink with that swoop M. The volume, look at the volume pickup, dude. There's literally no volume on this chart. Zero. It is like zeroed out. Nobody knew what Stellar was. They were like, oh, that Dino coin, and then it just, bam, exploded up 100% overnight. Because everyone was like, oh, shoot. This coin is actually a good project. The Dino coins aren't garbage. What the heck? And then they bought a bunch. So, we'll see if we can get above that 51, 52 level. If we do, current all-time high is 80, and we're above the halfway point. So, see if we can take her there. Polkadot's up 3.13%. 313 represent Detroit. Currently trading at 428. It is sitting above 421, which is perfect. It's exactly what we want to see. We got rejection, midpoint liquidity pullback, rejection, midpoint liquidity pullback, break. See if we can close above 421. That would be perfect if we did. If we do, I would like to find support and continue to the upside. Look for 444 next, but we'll see what happens. Volume also picked up on this significantly. It looks really good. RSI is setting up bearish div, but actually, oh, it's just setting up bearish div. There was bullish back here. It's very faint, but technically this is bullish div. So just something to keep an eye on. Don't get caught with your pants down, I suppose. Fartcoin is down 1.47% on the day. It is unfortunately breaking back into our ascending channel, which is very disappointing. We got a pretty hefty blast to the upside last night. A lot of wind breakage. We hit 155, 157, 158, and then broke right back below the upper trend line, which is not what we wanted to do, but we'll see if we can find support at 139 and then use that as our bouncing point to get above 160 finally. That would be awesome, actually. I would totally approve of that. And I don't know, we'll see what we got. What if I said sold some ASM at 4? I ended up going for the farts. What do you mean? You got rid of XLM for Fartcoin? Stop it. Hassan Hussein said Pi Network update. Let's go take a look at Pi. Pi Network. Currently trading at 44.09. Ooh. See, unfortunately, this is what happens when you have a rewards token. It did really, really good with all the marketing and all the hype, and then it died off, and then it did really good again. Probably more marketing hype, died off. That is the cycle of a rewards coin. They have to print more of these to pay people, allegedly. Not financial advice, obviously. Look into this for yourself if you want to learn more about it. But in order to keep paying people the rewards that they're promised, and I believe it's just a perpetual reward system, they need to keep printing these. And when you receive rewards, you're more inclined to sell. There's a lot of sell pressure, so the price just kind of stays down. Now, eventually, people might just forget about it or whatever. That prize pool will decrease, and there will be more people buying and holding, knowing that it's probably going to go up over time. So you will get random spikes, and it could do really well. Look at Onyx Coin. Onyx Coin was a rewards coin, and they kind of flipped their entire narrative on its head, and they're doing relatively decent. But Pi Network is a similar story. Chart doesn't look awful. It just, while everything else is pumping, this thing's dumping. What coin would you rather be holding, this or Solana? Or ADA, or ETH, or Bitcoin, or SWI, or Ondo, these all have upside, and Pi is just down. So, again, though, maybe it's all on you specifically. You have your own risk tolerance. It could have a huge upside eventually, and you could win a ton of money off of it just by having a little bit of conviction. So, it's all on you. Ondo, we looked at Ondo, didn't we? We looked at, where were we? Fartcoin, CAS. So CAS is up 0.51% on the day. We got a break above 9 and like a midpoint rejection at 9.5. And we kind of danced around there. We held up there for a minute, danced around again. We found support at 9 once more after doing a little fake out below with that green candle. We're sitting at 94195 right now. There's a lot of confusion right here. People aren't sure whether to buy or sell. So I would like to see it break out of this zone, at least go to the upper half of this gap. I would love to see it break 9.7, but we do have a confirmed red dot on market cipher right here. So that's something to take into consideration. Those do usually play out. Maybe it already did play out with that big fat red candle because that was a 2.6% candle. So who knows? The current volume candle is huge. A lot of buys going in right here. We'll see if it can sustain the price though. Avalanche. Ooh, Avalanche is up 6.93% on the day. Beautiful 4-hour candle. Currently sitting at 24.21. Avalanche blasting to the upside. Waterfly, member for 2 months. Very cool. Like, oh, and Tyler has feelings. Don't hurt them. I love it. Thank you very much for 2 months of membership, Waterfly. Appreciate you. This is a crazy candle. 7.98%. Look at that volume too. Woo. Telling you guys, the rotation is happening. The great altcoin rotation is happening. We got a blast above 2208. Retest once, little rejection at 2320. Retest a second time, and then springboard broke above 2320, heading towards 25. It's sitting at 2410 right now. Maybe we get a midpoint rejection. Maybe it just goes straight up. That'd be sick. I'm kind of okay with either outcome. Avalanche, I think, is a winner for sure. Long term, I think that they're huge. So what's interesting to me about Avalanche is they have the gaming narrative with the Guns Network and Off the Grid. Great game. Love that game. Obviously, more games are going to come around. It's whatever. I really want to see Avalanche get above 31, 32, like mid to long term. But what also is curious to me is FIFA chose Avalanche to partner with to create their own blockchain. So there's something that people know about Avalanche that maybe isn't so public. It's definitely something to keep an eye on for sure. But the chart looks great. RSI's chilling. Momentum wave a little bit overbought, but it is what it is. Chainlink is up 8.1%. 810 also representing Detroit. The current candle 5.63%, currently trading at 1802. Blasted right through 1750. Next up, hopefully $20. We'll see what happens. Chainlink looks really good. Volume steadily increasing. Beautiful volume candle right here. It looks like everyone that sold previously is buying back in right now. We have a confirmed red dot right here, which maybe played out. I have no idea. What's exciting is when you get these bearish signals and it just continues to go to the upside. That's how you know we're bullish. Because normally somebody would see that red dot and they'd be like, oh my gosh, I need to sell everything. And the price would go down because people just keep continuously panic selling. But that's not what's happening right now. Chainlink looks awesome. It's up 8.16% of the day, trading at 1803. RSI is oversold or overbought on the 4-hour, so keep an eye on that though. Doge is up 3.21%, currently trading at 21.96. Broke above 21.65. Next stop, hopefully 24. We got a couple of red lines in there. I'm not sure what those are from, but 24s should be next in the cards. We'll see if we get a midpoint rejection, liquidity pullback, and then blast to the upside. Continuation. RSI is not overbought yet. Momentum wave is entering overbought. Current candles 3.84%. Volume is pretty steady. So it's very spotty here. It's very choppy. And then right here it starts to get a little more consistent, a little more block, like a full block. So I guess there's more consistent volume. I don't know if that indicates tons of bots trading or something, and then retail fills in the gaps. I'm not entirely sure what that means. But there's definitely more volume. It's just hard to see. NIR's up 4.25% on the day, currently trading at 284. NIR, a lot of these charts look very similar. NIR broke above 269, retest bullish. Again, rejection at the midpoint, retest bullish. 284, heading towards 299. See if we get a break above there, or if we even make it to there. Volume could be a little bit better on NIR. Volume's a little bit underwhelming for the price action specifically, but maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that just means when we get more volumes, the price is going to move even higher, even faster. We do have bearish divergence on the RSI, so keep an eye on that. We also have bullish divergence, so maybe it cancels each other out. We get a confirmed red dot right here. Nope, right here. So see if that played out or not. 284.5 looks good. Chili's up 1.81%, struggling around 428, but it is sitting above it, 4284, which is awesome. We got above our purple trend line. We retested it, confirmed bullish, got above our green trend line, rejected it, 428. Little liquidity pullback, another rejection. Found better candle body support at 41.44. Hopefully, we use that to break above 428 and continue to the upside. If we do, apparently the next stop is all the way up at 5, which would be crazy. Silver, 38. Still sustaining this price action, which is very impressive, actually. All right, we'll get back to the rest. Guys, less than 1 minute remaining until the daily close contest, so make sure you get your guesses ready. Bitcoin currently trading at 119, 424, and 22 cents. Let's zoom in here. And, oops, clicking the wrong stuff. Oh yeah, I got a transition. All right. Mike Joey said I've been holding back on this jockstrap collection. All right. I just updated my TCG player app, so I might do a stream where we scan all of my Pokemon cards. I feel like that has potential to be really popular. All right, guys, get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Bitcoin 119, 415, and 50 cents. Looking good. Waterfly said FML ASM won't stop. All right. I got itch. What if an avalanche was endorsed by 2 of the big 4 international accounting firms? Did that just happen? Is that why they're flying? Because that's crazy if that just happened. They're at 5%. Ooh. All right, we got 2 entries so far. We got Giovanni Fontes with 119, 369 cents. He's clearly didn't see Fahid lose by being 69 cents over. 119, 420 from Fahid. We got Tom Selleck's Goat with 119, 470. We got Hoffs with 119, 555. Cheers, guys. Happy Thursday. Don't forget to smash the like button. Really helps out the channel. We are slowly grinding up in our subscriber count, which is exciting. I have a crazy video that I'm getting ready to upload. Tyler coming in with a $1. Interesting. Waterfly coming in with 119,666. Nice. Anybody else that is completely free to play, you get this chance every single day to win up to $100. We have had exactly 0 people win the $100 prize, but JShear 2.0 did nail 7 out of the 8 digits, showing you that it is a little more possible than you may have thought. Mikey Odin said, smash the like, my mouse is not working anymore. I appreciate that very much. JShear 2.0, ooh, getting a YouTube guest out of JShear. Putting a little bit of effort in. 119, 444. Very nice. Impressive. All right, guys, you got 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining on the clock to get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Look at that. I think we just hit that. Did we hit it back here? Yeah, this is a 1 minute time frame. I think we hit that liquidation point. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm so excited. Altcoins are spicing up so hard right now. My bags are very happy. Let's see, who do we got right now? We got Tyler with 26, Fahid with 19, Hoffs with 15, JShear with 12, Mr. Roberts with 10, Tom Selleck's Goat with 8, Waterfly with 7, Janix, Giovanni, and Gourmet Brands Brooklyn with 5, Money and Shana Mac with 4. Interesting stuff. Goodness. So, this Saturday, we are doing Christmas in July. my step family. We normally do a big Christmas party every year, and this past Christmas was the first year that we didn't do it, and everyone was feeling guilty about it, so they're like, let's do Christmas in July. So I'm kind of excited for that. It's always a fun time. We got Janix, yesterday's winner, I believe, coming in with 119.000 and 12 cents. Interesting. All right, guys, you got 1 minute 12 seconds remaining on the clock to get your guesses in. Bikey Odin said, I always come in and ask about simple AI, and it's looking nice today as well. Very nice. You'll have to ask about that after the daily close contest. We'll take a look at it. 57 seconds remaining on the clock for you guys to get your guesses in. So part of it, there's a piggy bank that we have every year. Any family event, it's out. It goes from person to person, and you just put money in it. Nobody can see what's in there. And during the Christmas party, everyone passes it around. You can add more money. You can feel the weight, whatever. You try to guess how much money is in there. And whoever gets closest wins all the money. And then they are the ones who have it for the next Christmas party. But it's always a lot of fun. I don't think I've ever won. I've gotten close. But it's fun because you can manipulate it. You can put in a couple $100, but then you're risking like someone's kid just saying some random number and getting your money, you know? So it's kind of a gamble. 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for participating in the daily close contest. Let's get these bad boys up on the screen. We got Waterfly with 119.666. Goodness. We got Puffs with 119.555. We got Tom Selleck Scope with 119.470. We got J Shear 2.0 with 119.444. What did I just type? 119.444. There we go. Jeez. Waterfly said, do they give it to charity? What do you mean? Like in general, or the money that's won? Whoever gets the money does whatever the hell they want with it. J Shear 2.0, 119.420. For Fahid. Look at that big chunk right there. Giovanni 119, 369 cents. Interesting. Might be Giovanni today, guys. We got Janix with 119.000 and 12 cents. Another interesting play. And then Tyler, I'm not even going to put Tyler on there. I'm not going to chase down that $1 mark, but we know that he's there. Bitcoin currently trading at 119.250 even. It is currently in Janix ballpark. Janix gap has been filled, but we've already watched this wick twice above Giovanni's line. This is a liquidation point, so I'm gonna, I guess, make it thicker. Yeah, let's do that. Oh. 119.230 and 61 cents. We got 2 minutes and 41 seconds remaining on the clock. Janix still in the lead. Are we going to flip bullish at the last minute? We do have like a wall of liquidations within here. The next one is a big one, and it's down here at 117. But in between that 119 and 117, there's just a wall of money to be stolen from the market maker, to be gambled away. So I would not be surprised if they got a little crazy here. 119.208 and 30 cents. There's potential for cascading liquidations as well. Guys, we got 2 minutes remaining on the clock. Let's actually go refresh this because it's getting a little interesting in here. Right now it's a battle between Giovanni and Janix. Janix currently in the lead, but it's very, very close to Giovanni. Closer to Giovanni than it is to Tyler. Let's see. 119, 230, and 67 cents. We're getting a bullish engulfing candle. Let's go over here, symbol. And, oops, 12 hour. Okay, yeah, see, there's just a wall, man. Complete wall. We got a little baby gap right there. That gap starts at 118.803. Okay. So, okay, so it's got to go down quite a ways. Besides the one that's right below us. We got 1 minute and 9 seconds remaining on the clock. 119, 202 cents. Guys, I'm really excited for my new video to go live. It's being screen tested right now. I'm a little nervous because I put a lot of thought and effort into this. I like edited, I recorded a bunch of different segments and stuff. I'm going to tell you guys the premise, but I'm going to tell you later so that you're forced to wait. 43 seconds remaining on the clock, guys. This is the candle that will determine the fate of our winner. Currently, Janix is in the lead. 119, 170, and 52 cents. 35 seconds remaining on the clock. Bitcoin getting a little bearish here, but the 1 minute time frame RSI is almost oversold. What does that mean? I have no idea. But I bet you it does something. What if I said we already seen you without a hat? You guys haven't yet. There's been a few times where I've almost like just out of instinct like adjusted it or whatever. Luckily, that only comes with hair, so here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, the daily close price for Bitcoin 119, 177.56. Congratulations, Janix, once again on your victory. Very nice. I believe that's 2 wins in a row, is that not? Congratulations, my friend. Let me confirm. That is correct. 2 wins in a row. Janix coming out of nowhere. Going for his 3rd tomorrow. See if he can take it. Is Janix going to be the first person to have more than 4 wins in a row? We'll just have to wait and see. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat for our winner. Very exciting stuff. With a guess of 119.000 and 12 cents. I thought that was going to bite him in the butt, but he did a pretty damn good job. Congratulations, Janix, on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat. Spam the bananas. You guys were bunched up right here. You guys were very sure of their 119, 4 to 5 area. Unfortunately for you, you were incorrect, and Janix took home another win. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this beautiful chart. What a beautiful chart. Let's add Janix to our winners Google Doc. Oh, I did that already. Cool, cool, cool. And then we transition back to our regularly scheduled programming. Very nice. Now, oops. Oh, let's get some bananas up in this. Congratulations, Janix, once again on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, can I get a drum roll, please? The winner of today's daily close contest with a guess of 119 and 12 cents and an actual Bitcoin daily close price of 119, 177 and 56 cents on July 17th, 2025. Janix's prize is unwrapped Butterfinger. Congratulations, Janix, on your victory. Feel free to share this. It is a king size, and I know it gets stuck in your teeth pretty much every time you eat it. I would recommend not holding on to it for too long because it will get a little bit melty. Whatever you do, you are legally required to move it from the premises. So congratulations once again on your victory. Enjoy your Butterfinger. We're not legally obligated to actually refer to it as a Butterfinger either. So, but I mean, you get the point. Nobody's recording right now, so we'll be fine. But it's also not cash transferable because there's like copyright laws and food laws and stuff in place. The FDA would not be very happy with us giving a cash value to it. So congratulations though. Enjoy it. Bitcoin 119, 170 and 98 cents. Looking good. I enjoy Butterfinger, what's it called? Blizzard from Dairy Queen. I might go get some blizzards, man. Tyler said I'm actually recording right now. I'm gonna have to get a hold of my lawyer. Fahid, can you get a hold of what's my lawyer's name? Gloria Allred. Fahid, give Gloria a call. Tell her to send Tyler a cease and desist. Oh, that's funny. Okay, guys, Bitcoin looks wonderful here. We went through all of our charts. We got MicroStrategy down 1% on the day, currently trading at 454.74. It is slowly grinding up towards 500, which is very exciting stuff. I knew that red dot wasn't going to be relevant. We got two more, actually, one right here and one right here. And so far, they've done absolutely nothing. The price of MicroStrategy continues to increase because Michael Saylor is incredibly hung. The DXY continues to be completely boring and useless. NASDAQ is up 0.01%. Actually closed green today, super green. It's up 0.02. Okay, so is this currently trading? I'm a little confused about that. And the S&P 500 also very, very green. 62.97.35. Very nice. Bitcoin dominance 62.22 continuing to fall, and Bitcoin 119.350 and 8 cents. Looking good. Congratulations, Janix, once again on your victory. Enjoy your Butterfinger. Oh. All right, let's see. Oh my gosh, what the hell is that? Oh no, I got a mosquito bite. No! Dang it. That sucks so bad. I washed my arms on in the hose before going to the farm, and I got bit up before I sprayed bug spray. Son of a bitch, my whole weekend is ruined. All right, guys, Bitcoin looks beautiful here. Just continuing to grind to the upside. Congratulations, Janix, once again. We got some news articles, but before we go through any news articles, let's look at our little chart dealio. The 17th is today. That's right here. Tomorrow, allegedly, going to be volatile. And then Saturday, Sunday, red. Monday, Tuesday, neutral. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, green. Incredibly bullish. And then the rest of the month, nobody cares because hopefully by Saturday, we're all retired. Altcoins also trending up quite significantly, actually. This has been incredibly lackluster. It got a little exciting November, December of 2024, which it usually does. That's like a go-to. March also, I think this is when Bitcoin was breaking its previous all-time high. So that's also not surprising. But right now, this huge spike in altcoin interest, July 13th through 19th, it is sitting at a 63 out of 100, and that 100 is a percentage. This is the highest it's ever been was 2021, which was the previous bull market. It is currently 63% of that. Last time it was anywhere higher than, what is that, like 50, 60. I don't know why I can't zoom in and see that, but whatever. Last time it was highest before this was, there we go, 57, December 1st through 7th of 2024. So we are getting a spike in altcoin interest. People are searching top altcoins, Solana altcoins, Shiba Inu altcoins, and Polkadot altcoins. Interesting. And then we got our path to Altseason. We witnessed Bitcoin for probably over a year. Bitcoin just absolutely shredding, people buying the crap out of it, and the price just continuing to go to the upside. Now we are beginning to witness phase 2, which is Ethereum. Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin, and we hear talks of the flippening. We have yet to hear talks of the flippening, but Ethereum is most certainly outperforming Bitcoin at this moment. Phase overlap. The next step is going to be money starting to trickle into large caps, where we see large buy-ups happening. That is also beginning to occur. And then large caps, Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin, large caps going parabolic. That is the next step, guys. Large caps have yet to go parabolic. They kind of have yet to even pump. Like, we're seeing the beginning machinations of a proper bull market here. Something that we haven't seen in over 4 years. It's been a long time. So, I'm excited, man. Oh, yes, Vikey Odin wanted us to take a look at Simple. Let's go take a look at that for you. I have to go to Deck Screener. Here we go. Am I wrong? Simple AI. It's on ETH. There we go. Ooh, very, very nice. What is that? That candle right there, 17.8%, currently sitting at a $4.6 million market cap, 785K in liquidity. I like their liquidity. Normally with this, it would be like if you're lucky, it would be like 200K worth of liquidity, which is ridiculous to me. They actually have a decent amount of liquidity. Volume is starting to trickle in. Buyers, sellers. Okay, so there's not a ton of people buying and selling, but it's a decent sized market cap considering that there's less than 100 people transacting in the past 24 hours. It's a good looking chart, I will say that. I guess I would look at market cap since there's really no price data up here. 5 is going to be resistance for sure, and then 7.5, and then probably each milestone, look at 5, 6, 7, you know, every solid number. But the chart looks awesome. Okay, there's a buy sell tax. Okay, interesting. All right, Bitcoin still looks great. We got our path to Altseason that we just finished talking about. Let's go in through our articles. Jeez, I can't believe the market's this pumpy right now. It's freaking me out. I'm not entirely sure what to make of it. What are we doing here, guys? I'm doing nothing. I'm sitting. I'm just being happy. Okay. Articles. We got President Trump to open the $9 trillion U.S. retirement market to crypto investments. That would be huge. The Clarity Act now recognizes only 3 blockchains as likely mature under U.S. standards. We got Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. BNB, XRP, Solana are not mature. Same with Tron. Dogecoin is borderline decentralized control, but high token concentration in a few wallets. Cardano, likely mature. Public point of proof of stake with diverse validators and no single holder over 20%. Ethereum, likely mature. Decentralized proof of stake with broad development and public token distribution. And Bitcoin, likely mature. Fully decentralized proof of work, fair distribution, no central control. Very, very exciting stuff. David Sachs posted massive wins for crypto in the House. Genius Act passes. Clarity Act passes. Let's freaking go. White House just confirmed President Trump to eliminate capital gains for Bitcoin payments. Hell yeah. That's going to be huge. Huge if that happens. Huge. Just in, Russia's largest bank, Sberbank. That sounds like sperm bank, by the way. To offer crypto custody services. Very cool. Just in, the White House says President Trump supports tax exemption for small Bitcoin and crypto transactions. U.S. House officially passes Genius Act crypto stablecoin bill. SEC Chair Paul Atkins congratulates the House of Representatives on passing the Genius Act. U.S. House officially passes Anti-CBDC Surveillance State Act. We got the Clarity Act, formerly known as the U.S. Digital Assets Market Clarity Act, also passed in the U.S. House of Representatives on July 17th by a bipartisan vote. The bill aims to provide regulatory clarity for the digital asset. Basically, the legal framework that we've been looking for like over 10 years is finally here. I'm excited. Tyler wants to take a look at hype really quick. Let's go take a look. Bitcoin 119, 142, and 72 cents. We're getting a little bit red here. No big deal. Hype. Hype is not doing the fractal. It is doing the opposite of the fractal. Interesting. Inverse fractal, if you will. We got a pretty decent spikes to the downside right here, and then we got chop and further downside with an indecisive candle right here, just before the current candle. Volume is median. We got high volume, low volume, medium volume. So there's a good chunk of people selling, or a good chunk of sells just occurring. I don't know if they're people or not. Let's see. 45.19.6. I guess what I would want, it's in a tough spot right now. It could potentially retest 42.93 if it's going to keep dumping. We don't want that though, and it is in a crucial spot where it sits because of this local support. You want to hold that over here, which happens to be where it rejected over here. That's actually all the chart data up here. You're in uncharted territory. You might have longed the top, like the Pico top, but that might not be a bad thing. We'll have to wait and see how the market behaves here. I feel like Hype is a good project, but every coin, you know, has retraces. So RSI is sitting at 40, and your momentum wave is almost oversold. So there's hope. I guess is the best that I can give you. Waterfly wants to look at ASM. Assemble AI. Whoa, is this one that you're talking about? Jeez. This thing hasn't been this high since January, February. That is crazy. 18% candle. This one's 18. This one's 77. This one's 26. 27. 10. And 16. So with all of those combined, JJ Math, 289%. What the hell? Waterfly's got these weird obscure coins that just go crazy out of nowhere. Look at that. Woo! No volume and then just ginormous pumps to the upside. What's interesting is there's only two really different volume candles here. Besides those two, the rest of them are the same, which means there's this much volume occurring, like the same quantity in these candles. It's just mostly buys. That shows you the power of being part of the majority. That's all it takes, is just people mostly buying. Interesting. Tyler said, so get out. I really feel I should take the loss. I mean, if you feel like you should take the loss, then obviously that's the decision that you got to go with. I'm not going to tell you get out or stay in. I'm not going to tell you either of them. It is going down right now as we speak. Is it going to continue? I have no idea. Let's take a look. Last time it had a decent sized move that I retraced. See, that's the problem. You get your spike, peak, and then continuation to the downside. This one's kind of like a head and shoulders almost. But what you don't want to be is in the middle of this. That's bad. And there's nothing showing me that that's exactly what's happening, but there's also nothing indicating that's not what's happening either. It's really hard to tell. Now back here, your RSI literally bottomed at 30. And you're at 40 right now. So it's all entirely based on your risk tolerance. That also doesn't mean that it's going to bottom at 30 again. It could break below that. It could hover at 30 and the price continues to the downside. Anyway, sometimes the RSI just doesn't give a crap. So, I don't know. It's got to be your decision, Mr. Tyler. I'm sure you'll make the right decision. All right. Bitcoin chilling. Geez, some of these alts are just going crazy. Stellar's up 1.5% already. What else is up? Is it just Stellar and ADA? Oh no, HBAR's up 1.2. Okay. What did HBAR do? Why is HBAR up so much? I don't really know what to do with my hands. Alright guys, more news articles. Trump is preparing to open the $9 trillion US retirement market to crypto, gold, and private equity. Trump is expected to sign an executive order as soon as this week that would open up 401k plans to alternative investments beyond traditional stocks and bonds. Interesting. Cash Oak said, "What's good? I'm in big longs on Bitcoin Cash and C." Somebody just asked about C. We took a look at it. They've doubled their supply since last year, but their market cap is almost at all-time highs, which means they're doing pretty decent. So in order for the price to get back to their previous high, they would need to double their market cap around $5 billion. It would need to be around $5 billion market cap to reach their previous high of, I think, 90 cents. Don't quote me on that. Official record update. U.S. House passes Anti-CBDC Surveillance Act with amendments to Genius Act. 1 week after the Pump Fund ICO, 59.6% sold or transferred, while 37.4% are holding and 3% increased holdings. Interesting. Can they? I wish they would separate sold transfer, because people move stuff around. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just in Glassnode's Altseason indicator fired on July 9th, signaling expanding stablecoin supplies, inflows to Bitcoin and ETH, and a rising altcoin market cap. Interesting. Let's actually go take a look at coin market cap. We did look at altcoin interest on Google is like substantially increasing. The coin market cap Altseason index still at 39. I think it was at 39 yesterday, wasn't it? Apparently it was at 38. Interesting. Okay, so we are at 39, which is exciting. Pengu's still number one. Let me actually go take a look at that too, because I still have my Pengu. I should probably buy more. Let's see. Is it going to be in the top? No. Did they lose it? Interesting. No, it's right here. Okay. That's what I thought. It is down 5.9% on the day. Okay. $1.88 billion market cap. I think this has potential to get into the top 10. I think Pengu can flip Doge. I really do. It's at least gonna flip SHIB. I think it's at least gonna get top 15. But I am biased. I do have a bag, so okay. Continuing our news articles. We got altcoins, others, Bitcoin, long, hidden bullish divergence, tapped ascending support, monthly reversal candle. The plan stands. Altcoins have been oversold. Accumulation period is coming to an end. My bet is in Q4, the real run starts. Get ready. I'm excited, guys. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. Like, I can't stop thinking about it all day long. Normally, it's like a back of the mind thing. I'm like, oh, cool. You know, this crypto thing's going to pay off eventually. It's going to pay off now. It's time, man. It is time. Colin Talks Crypto, our OG M2 money supply Bitcoin correlation guy, pointed out a bunch of crazy stuff. Global M2, he said, everything points to massive bull run ahead. Global M2 keeps making new all-time highs. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I just made you guys deaf with my stupid Discord notification. My bad. Global M2 keeps making new all-time highs. DXY breaking down from bullish megaphone. Great for risk assets. Bitcoin broke out to new all-time highs. Inverse head and shoulders confirmed. Total 3 altcoin season loading. Tether dominance shows we have room to run before topping. S&P 500 broke out to new all-time highs. Fed funds rate likely to be lowered in the next few months with Powell getting pushed out. This will make risk assets soar as well. Guys, I have no words. Congratulations, Janix, once again for being just a ridiculously well-endowed stud. What a guy. Total 3. Just blasting, man. Let's go take a look at Total 2. I'm excited for this stuff, dude. I'm freaking out. This is like my first real adult, like, nerd episode. Total 2, 1.44 trillion, still heading towards 1.64. We got our break on Total 3 of our bullish zone. That 1 trillion broke. It's time, man. It is freaking time. What if I said Powell not going anywhere? Oh, he's out next year, though. Like, early next year, he's gone. His term's up. Bitch. Him, not you. I'm not a fan. I think he's a douchey little fucking baby. Yeah, total 2, total 3. Very exciting stuff. Why is ADA flying, dude? ADA's flying. HBAR's flying. What else is flying? Stellar? What is going on? Do we need to just accumulate ADA, HBAR, and Stellar? Because there's something weird, man. Something weird. What's going on? Is that share? I think that's share, right? I can't even sing it. I can't even sing it to explain to you guys what the song is because I'll get copyright strike. Because apparently I'm just that good at singing. Okay. More news articles. Waterfly's freaking out about ASM. Oh my god. 61.35. Is it breaking above this yet? Oh, it's getting there. Dang, this is like the fastest this thing's ever moved. That's crazy. 330%. Woo! Big moves. Big mama jama. Okay. So yeah, Colin talks crypto, laying everything out. It's good. Good repost for sure. Everyone thinks alt season is here, but the smartest traders know it hasn't even started yet. This data reveals exactly when altcoins explosion begins. We're here in between uncertainty and optimism. August, September, we enter enthusiasm and then euphoria. October, November. Is this not the start? This is I don't know. They just made up that this is accumulation. I'd say you want to buy in June and then have your purchases, whatever. That's the start. Accumulation is the start. I'm just saying. Solex Goat said that's 4 non-blondes. Really? That's crazy. I had no idea. President Trump. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is where I got the info by the way. Miles Deutscher. Search interest for altcoins is finally starting to uptake. It's happening. Crazy stuff, guys. Crazy stuff. The Kobayashi letter says breaking: President Trump is set to sign an executive order as soon as this week that would allow 401k retirement plans to invest in crypto. This opens $9 trillion worth of capital for alternative investments like crypto, gold, and private equity. Let's freaking go. And last but not least, we got multiple Congress members to criminally refer Jerome Powell to the Department of Justice. I don't know what that means, but I thought it was kind of funny. Imagine being like so universally hated, and it is getting to a point where I kind of feel bad. The dude is being like bullied out of his job. But at the same time, people can't afford homes, man. So somebody posted a chart, like how much house you could afford, like 5-6 years ago versus today, just because of interest rates. And if you could afford like a $4 or $5 million home 5 or 6 years ago, you would only be able to afford like a $2 million home today. So it's more than 50% increase. So a first-time home buyer with, let's say, $150,000 budget, $200,000 budget, can only afford $85,000 to $100,000. And there's no houses for that much money. It's ridiculous. Jeez. Out of control. That's my, like, I've reached full dad. Because I only ever complain about taxes, the housing market, and the federal government. So I've definitely graduated. Dude, the market's going crazy. What is happening right now? Oh, what is going on? What's going on? Jeez, T-Lock Eyes said the Clarity Act now recognizes only 3 blockchains as likely mature under U.S. standards: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. Let's freaking go. I'm ready, man. My body is ready. Take me now. Oh my gosh. What are these monstrous green candles? I don't even know what to do with myself. I can't get off. I have to stay on the stream while the market's this crazy pumpy. Why is ADA going insane? Why is Stellar going insane? Look at Farcoin's doing good too. 1.1. It's trying. Doge is doing good. Dude, did we just like flip a page and go into immediate alt season? Or am I getting overhyped? I think I'm getting overhyped. XRP's up 2.6. I don't think I'm getting overhyped, guys. 4.23% on HBAR. What the hell is going on? Those aren't even the lyrics. I'm at a loss for words. We're in blindly long and you'll win money time. And I don't even know what the hell that means. XRP is going insane right now. I cannot believe how much money is flowing into XRP. XLM's doing really good. I'm glad XLM's finally getting some attention. I feel like they deserve it. I was a big XLM guy back in the day. So what are we thinking for a pullback, guys? Are we even gonna get a pullback? What if alts just go crazy and then chop for like a week? Cashrook said next pullback on the 5-minute. I'm adding to Bitcoin Cash. Tom Silkscoat said things will get much stupider when alt season is really here. Okay, now I feel like opening a short. You guys are never this optimistic. That never happens. The compound trading challenge portfolio is currently sitting at 149.01. Cashrook said we want 600 LOL 575. Where are we at right now for Bitcoin Cash? The boomers like Bitcoin Cash. Oh, what if I said please tell me no one is going into ADA? Why? It's up 2.78%. People are definitely going into ADA. Bitcoin Cash. Ooh. 506. You said you want 5? Okay. I mean, why didn't you just long it a half hour ago? I'm just saying. Oh man. All right, Waterfly. All right, guys. If anyone doesn't want to go into ADA, but you want ADA-esque exposure, I'm gonna recommend SNEK, Strike, and Bodega. SNEK, absolutely freaking sending. Currently up 110% just in the last 9 or 10 days. Strike is just a god of a performer. I started talking about this at the bottom down here, and it exploded. If you guys would have bought when I suggested, you'd be up almost 1,000% right now. Not financial advice. And Bodega, I just like Bodega. Bodega is a decentralized peer-to-peer betting marketplace. It is literally just Polymarket, but on Cardano. From this most recent pullback, if you would have caught like the median zone of the most recent pullback, you'd be up 25% right now, which is pretty dang good. Strike, most recent pullback, median, you'd be up 83% right now, which is awesome. And then SNEK, if you would have bought in the middle of this pullback, you'd be up 27%, which is also really good. Not financial advice, but friendly suggestions. That has nothing to do with finances. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for joining me here on this lovely Thursday evening. According to our little astrology chart, wait a minute, we got 14 people watching. We only have 9 likes. What the hell? You guys can't press a damn button? I feel like such a jackass whenever I do it. You guys ever see that clip of that chick? Like, she's like crapping all over the people watching her because she hasn't gotten like a $5 donation in like an hour. It's like, I don't know, man. If you're, and she wasn't ugly. She was not ugly, but her personality was atrocious. If you're a good-looking person and you're on the internet, specifically a female, and people are donating money to you, just for existing, you're probably doing something wrong. Like you need to maybe look inward. Why don't people want to give me money? I'm a sleazy, underdressed female on Twitch. I wonder why people don't want to give me money. It's probably because you're a bitch. I'm just saying. If you're not a psychopath, people will be more inclined to give you money. If you are a psychopath, maybe you just have to go to a different website for people that want to give money to psychopaths. But majority of people, I don't think, want that. But he said, when moon? I think we're there, man. I think we're there. Nothing's going down. It's freaking me out. 18. Yeah, we've officially entered this volatile time zone according to this astrology chart thing, which could be up or down. It's definitely volatile. It's definitely going every which way. That's for dang sure. HBAR is now up 4.83%. XRP 2.86. What else do we got that's going crazy? Render's up 1.59. Render looks pretty decent, actually. XLM's up 3.6. Fartcoin up 2.16. Jeez. This is exciting stuff, man. Exciting stuff. David Betts said, wow, did I step into the wrong time about Twitch? No, I was talking about, I mentioned that that we didn't have a lot of likes on the like button, and it reminded me of that snotty chick because I kind of said it like a snotty asshole. So, I can't believe how accurate this chart's been. It's kind of crazy. What if I said I'd rather praise Tyler than invest in ADA? That's fair. That's totally fair. All right, let's refresh our liquidation heat map, see where we're at. Well, let's go to symbol first and then 12-hour. Very cool, very nice. Did you guys see? I think I talked about it yesterday. That Coca-Cola has agreed to use cane sugar in their drinks in the United States. I was so excited when I read that. I was like, dude, the Mexican glass bottle of Coke with the cane sugar is so much better than regular Coke. David Betts said, bro, I started to waver a bit on Circle. Glad I did not let go. I thumbs up, shared on X. Appreciate you, David. What's Circle doing? I did not get any Circle yet. Ooh, okay. Getting a little pumpy. Yeah, I think Circle's going to do well, like I said. Even if there is going to be dilution in the future, it's probably going to take a while. I don't think people are ready to dive headfirst into stablecoins. They don't really even understand it. Circle has been here from the beginning. They know what's up. Same with Tether. They're seasoned vets. They got first mover advantage, all that stuff. That Pulse player said, can you look at Cookie? It seems to be stuck and can't break 21 cents. Cookie can't break 21 cents on Binance. Oh, yeah, just resistance. This 2081 is overhead resistance that we were looking at. It's kind of a big deal spot. Now I guess I would have expected it to break right here. Just based on this. It usually tries to mirror that a little bit. And it's kind of still doing it, I suppose. You got your second dip. It should break it right here because you got one second dip before the failure, so you should get 1 second dip before the break, and that's just symmetry in my brain working. There's really no rhyme or reason behind that. Now you held support at 1822 very nicely. You got a W working with a almost like a little third liquidity grab right here, and then an indecisive candle right there with a little quick wick to the downside. This is a volatile chart for sure, but 2017 not bad. It's up 2.23% just in this candle alone. You got to take that into consideration as well. This between 18 and 20, that is 10 to 12%. That's a pretty big move. Massive volume, but can't break it. It's going to take a little bit of time. And maybe there's just somebody with a ton of sell orders. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's a bottoming pattern. And it held up. It didn't struggle right here. It got up, held up above that 1822 level. So it's just a point of contention. Now, there's a lot of confluence at that 2081, 2021 level. You got a rejection right here, a couple of rejections in here, support right here, and then rejection, rejection, support, support, rejection, and then 2 more right here. So that is a big resistance area. Once you get above that, it should be a little bit easier to break 24. 24's got a couple of points, but nothing crazy. David said, I remember your scribble on circle. I think it will be USA hub for other stables. Yes, that was one of the things that I mentioned was, even if, because Wyoming's talking about doing their own stablecoin, even if, let's say, all 50 states do their own stablecoin, they have to have some kind of middle ground to settle on. I think Circle, being just the US dollar, would be that middle ground. It would be like the center of the web. What if I said, David, sit on it? Your kids want instant everything, my opinion. Oh, you kids want instant everything. David said 50 plus year kid. I mean, I feel like we're all kids mentally, especially if we're in crypto. What if I said you're still a kid to me? Yeah. What if I was one of those weird older people that uses a computer? I remember going to my buddy's grandma's, and his grandma's like legit, she was like on Facebook, and I was like, whoa. It like blew my mind. I could not comprehend. I was like, whoa, dude, what's your grandma doing on the computer? It like, I was like shook Dr. Phil for a moment. I was like, whoa. I could not comprehend. It was really funny. David said, I'm definitely kid-minded. I feel like we all are. I feel like we have to be. Life is boring. The concept of like, don't let the old man in is very prominent to me recently. And I think it's, I don't know, I saw a quote from some dude that was like over 100 years old, and that was part of like the title of the article. And they were like, his secrets to longevity and stuff like that. And he was basically like, you can't act like you're old, because the minute you give in, the minute you start to do that, your body just kind of gives up. It's like, oh, I'm old, it's whatever. And I don't know, kind of ties into the whole de-stress thing. And it's interesting. The idea that you can mentally make yourself live longer just by thinking that you're not that old, it makes sense. It really does. I don't know why. What if I said I still order girls over the phone? My boss told me this story. He was in college, and they like went on vacation, summer trip or something, and they called one of those stupid numbers on the back of the phone book or whatever for an escort, and this chick showed up at the door. And they had no idea that that was like actually gonna work, so they're freaking out. They all just like hid and didn't answer the door. And I was like, dang, that's kind of messed up. I'm surprised somebody didn't show up and beat your ass for wasting their time. That's crazy. David said, so bad, play Pokemon Go. I got into Pokemon Go for a very brief period of time. I like my my Game Boy Advance SP Pokemon. You can't beat the Game Boy games for me. Pokemon Go was really cool, though. It was a great concept. If I had that when I was a kid, dude, ooh, it would have been game over. Could you imagine playing Pokemon Go on the bus? David said, remember being jealous of older guys with cool cars and wish you were like them? I was never like that. I just enjoyed what I had, you know? I think people didn't like me because I was confident, which cracks me up. But there was like, I was literally like a chubby stoner, like selling weed in high school. And there was like these kids that were like acting like they were gangster and shit. And then legit, like I would buy weed off of their girlfriend, and their girlfriend was like a senior, and I'm in like 9th or 10th grade. And I was like fat, and I was just like, hey, what's I'm just buying weed off of them. That's it. And then they would threaten me later, but they would send their buddy. Adam would come up and be like, hey, man, Jesse told me you better stop talking to his girl or he's going to beat your ass. And I was like, what? Why couldn't he tell me that? Where is he? And I shit you not. I look like down the hallway, and he's in a crowd of people. And he was on the shorter side. He's in a crowd of people, and he's like walking away, and he pokes his head out and he goes like, I fucking mean it, JJ. And he kept walking and I was like, what? It was so funny, dude. It was so funny. Waterfly said, don't admit the dealing here, dumbass. Waterfly, it's illegal, it's decriminalized, and it's past the statute of limitations. That was like 15, 20 years ago. Oh, fun times. David said, burn this video, LOL, no evidence. It is what it is, man. It's too late. This is going to be brought up when I go to make my political debut, and they're going to try to use it against me, and all the young kids are going to be like, oh my gosh, this guy's so cool. Let's vote him in. He used to sell weed. Oh, fun times. This is all a legend, just in case. Plausible deniability. I did not actually do that. That was all fiction. All right. Yeah, Cookie, a little bit of resistance at 2081. I'm not sure why we even got in that topic. Tom Sauce Code said, JJ, check Discord. What do we got? Coldplay's Chris Martin accidentally exposes astronomer CEO Andy Byron having an affair with his HR chief Kristen Cabot. Dang. Is this the video of them? Is this going to play audio? Don't play audio. Yes! I saw this! Oh, shoot! Dang. I thought that this was at like a football game or something. That's freaking funny. Wow. That's so messed up. How do you fumble that bad? I mean, don't cheat, man. Save yourself the embarrassment. This is hilarious. This is karma right here. You get put on blast. The entire world knows how scummy you are. Look at his stupid little face, too. How quick it changes. He's like, oh, I'm gonna hide. Did he literally, like, crawl on the ground? Where did he go? Oh, that's great. That's too funny, man. Her face is so red. Look at this guy. This guy's like, yeah. Yeah! That's awesome. I love that so much, dude. He's so happy. Does she know? Whoa. That is great. Dude, these kids are so excited. These people's lives just got ruined. These kids are like, yeah! Yeah! Coldplay! Oh, that's so good. Look at him. Where'd she go? She just disappeared too. Okay, she left. She walked away. Did she crawl on the ground after him? Was he crawling away? I just imagine him crawling away, and she's like, where are you going? What's his name? Where are you going, Andy? Kristen, get down. Gosh, that is too funny, man. Wow. That is so good. He disappeared. He completely disappeared. Man, I took my side piece to the Coldplay concert and it ruined my life. That's good merch right there, man. That's a good merch plug. That's so funny. Jeez. Why don't I know any Coldplay songs? Am I supposed to know Coldplay songs? That's like one of those bands where right here. That other girl is apparently their senior director who was just promoted last week by Kristen. Dang. Oh, shit. She must have found out. She must have known. Kristen's like, well, do you want a promotion? You can't tell. What's the guy's name? I forgot the guy's name already. You can't tell Andy's wife. Gosh, that is hilarious, dude. I feel bad for the wife. But I mean, that's pretty... Like, later on, when you're not upset about your husband being a scumbag and, like, cheating on you, you could probably look back at that and be like, wow, they look like fucking idiots. Code said, funny thing is, if they just played it off. No one would probably know. Guy acted like he got shot. Dude, for real. For real. Who's gonna... Oh my gosh, this guy looks just like you. Oh yeah, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. He was like, oh. Get down, Kristen. 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 That's too funny, dude. That chick, what a priceless video. It's been a long time since I feel like we've gotten a video like worthy of virality. That is definitely the one right there. I'm glad that we got something. It's been a long time, man. That's so funny. Wife already changed her last name on Facebook. I like that that's the go-to. That was like the biggest deal, dude, on in high school. People are like, so-and-so changed their relationship status to it's complicated. Did she change her relationship status to it's complicated? You know what would be really funny is if she just started posting Coldplay lyrics. Oh man. Well, I hope she gets everything of his, because I don't know, you gotta be some kind of stupid to cheat, let alone at a Coldplay concert. Like, what are you doing, man? That's so weird. That's so weird. Like, having an affair is one level, but then going on a date, like a straight up, like a nice, crazy, like concert event with this person they're having an affair with, that's too much. That's just like spiteful at that point. Don't be a fucking scumbag. I'm just saying. Bitcoin 119,620 and 52 cents. HBAR's up 6.14%. XRP's up 4.22%. ADA's up 3.13%. What else we got? Pinlink's up 2.97. Render's up 2.17. Stellar's up 4.1. It's actually looks like it's about to break this 51 line. Barkcoin's up 2.59. Dude, alts are waking up so hard right now. Doge is up 2.6. Even Doge is waking up. It's I feel like we're in this disbelief phase. Let's actually look up that that chart. Right here, psychology of a market. Where do we think we're at? This guy said hope a recovery is possible. Optimism, this rally is real. Disbelief, this rally will fail like the others. Is it that one? Definitely not euphoria yet. Thrill, nope. Belief, time to get fully invested. I definitely haven't reached that yet. Getting there though. I guess between hope and belief, I think. I don't know if we're at disbelief anymore. I think we're past disbelief for sure. Probably best to look at total 3. Dude, that thing's just blasting. Where does it blast? It's like blast from disbelief to hope. And then you get sideways from hope to optimism. Maybe we're in optimism. I don't know. Can I zoom out? Let's zoom out. Let's go to the daily. We might be in optimism. Because we got our blast right here. This was probably disbelief. And then this was the area between hope and optimism. So we got disbelief, hope, and we're starting to enter optimism. That's just my 2 cents. I'm totally just throwing ideas out there. I really like this giant chunks of volume. See, we're starting to get that huge, like, exponential increase as well, which looks like this right here, which is just this tiny little blip. I'm excited, man. I'm so excited. I probably said that like 1,000 times tonight, but I can feel it, Mr. Krabs. Bitcoin just looks delicious. Tyler said, I agree. It's about to be wild. I can feel it, man. David said, I think we're in your scribble chart. What's my scribble chart? Which one? It's like 1,000. My scribble chart. Let's go to the daily. Yeah, there's a fractal here. It's a little ghostly. I'm wondering. Well, clearly doesn't work. So there was just a little more sideways right here before the breakout. Interesting. It's pretty dang close. Right here was where it got really tight, and it worked really good for like this whole time from January to April. 4 months. That's an entire quarter determined almost like 90% by a single fractal. That's impressive. Volume looks awesome. We are overbought though. Last time we were overbought was back here in November. Dang, we're overbought and it's not even November. Wait until we get to November. Woo. It's about to get spicy. Huh. Who'da thunk, man? Who'da thunk? Alright, let's make that transparent again. Yeah, there we go. Bitcoin 119, 699.96. Beautiful. My charts really are messy. Alright. What do we got, guys? What do we got? Tyler said, JJ, check Discord and see what you think, please. Oh, well, last time I bother you, maybe. Let's see what I think. I don't hate it. They're all distributions. When you look at them, let's see. So, ooh, you get a nice bounce out that 45.17. That's what we're looking for. Here you got a distribution and a dump. You got a little distribution and a dump. You got a big distribution and a dump. You could have a distribution and a pump. Another distribution and a pump. Distribution and a pump. It's all about the way that it distributes, and then what occurs afterwards is probably entirely dependent on the market. Look at this though. This thing's been in quite an uptrend for quite some time. Question is it gonna retrace anytime soon? Ooh, okay. Hold on. Now we're onto something. Okay. So we got clear support here. 1, 2, 3 points of confluence. Probably 4 counting that. And then you broke below. Let me fix this again. Maybe we broke below again. Well, I don't know. It's sloppy. It's sloppy. Bear with me for a moment. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's just call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's call it 5. 5 points of confluence, and then you broke below resistance 1, 2, 3. Little sideways accumulation. I found like a bottom right here around 37, 38. Use that as a springboard to get above everything. Found that support at 45.17. And then it broke below it again. Support. Break below. Can't get back up above. And right now it's trying to figure out what it wants to do. 45.17. It's just, it all depends on how you feel about it still. Is it going to be a fake out, get back above? Or is it going to continue to break down? Right now, it's literally, unfortunately, in the middle. 4 hour is right in the middle, right above 40. Your momentum wave is almost oversold. That's probably the best thing you got going for you right now, besides the fact that it is just pulled back from, I'm pretty sure it's all-time high. There's a valuable lesson to be learned here. Don't FOMO at the top. But it is a good project. I do like hype as a project. Bitcoin continuing to blast to the upside, 119, 697, 59. Yeah, I saw what you circled. Yes. Yeah, you were talking about this one. It's possible on a larger scale. That's usually how they always play it out. They will do a shakeout before they continue to the upside every single time. Look at this. It's doing good. It's grinding up, up, up. Everyone's super bullish, and then it goes a little bit lower. It looks like, oh no, it's about to fail, and it literally looks like it's about to fall off of a cliff. Look at how crazy compared to everything else. You did it back here too. This gigantic red candle, people were probably crapping their pants, opening shorts, liquidating their positions, and then they just grinded right back up. Got a little bit down. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Oh my gosh, it's about to explode. Nope. It does it again. Looks like it's gonna nosedive. Everyone freaks out, and then bam, new highs. They like to freak people out, man. So this very well could be that moment. And you do have it. This candle right here with the wick on top and bottom that are almost equal sized, that is a reversal candle. It is called a, what is it called? A long-legged doji candle. Long-legged doji candle. A long-legged doji candle is indecision in the market. Okay, so maybe not reversal. Where the open and close price are virtually the same, but the upper and lower shadows are long. I like that it says shadows. Nobody calls them shadows. They're wicks. So this is a indecisive candle right here, the red one. So people don't know if they want to dump or pump. Which is almost the perfect analogy for the price right there. So yeah, it's a waiting game. It is a waiting game. ETH is up 1.62% on the day. Sol's up 2.17. Sol finally waking up. Very nice. Total 3 1.98. ADA 4.16. Jeez. XRP 4.79. HBAR 7.39. Woo. Ondo 2.15. Arrow 2.18. Pinlink 3.78. Render 2.03. Stellar 3.86. Trying. Stellar's really trying to get above that blue line. Polkadot 1.97, Fartcoin 3.3, Cast 2.06, Avalanche 1.76, Chainlink 1.94, Doge 2.59, Near 1.85, Chili's 1.48. The market is spicing up, guys. Look at HBAR, dude. HBAR is just shredding, and I don't know why. Ooh. I'm just scared for that pullback, man. If it ever comes. Oh no. Okay. Philly said it's a shakeout, not a makeout. The shakeout before the mommy makeout. Tyler said I'm cramping, lol. Philly, glad you made it. Hope you're hanging in there. Been thinking about you. Philly's always with us. Okay. Oh, for the people that stuck around, I'm gonna reward you guys with not a sneak peek, but a title unveiling of my next video. My next video, which I'm working on right now, is titled. I'm gonna end the stream as soon as I'm done with this too. That Pulse Player said, sorry, one more thing going on. Back to the cookie DAO issue, because it's been all week of it failing to break 21 cents, and to be honest, I feel like we're getting left behind everything. I feel like that's any coin that's not pumping while everything else is pumping is going to feel that way. Cookie, again, you got to look at the zone. it is a 15% zone that you've been trading in between. And it's not that it's failing and it's, you know, whatever. It's just accumulating right now. It's building that momentum. It's accumulating volume. And the volume is increasing with every move. And look at it, did this last time. You got accumulation, failed to break, failed to break, failed to break, low, low, and then it bottoms out, and then it finally gains enough strength and liquidity down here to pop and break through that 1822 level. Doing the same thing here. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to take this long this time, but it is possible for it to retrace, especially if the market retraces and then pops off. Now, maybe this right here is this, and you're about to get that blast past. Nobody really knows. But that is usually what happens. That accumulation and everything. The lesson here, I guess, would be diversity. Make sure you're not overexposed to one specific market, one specific coin. Diversity is your best friend. Same thing here. Little accumulation right here. It bottomed out right here. Price shook some people out too, and then it blasted to the upside. This one accumulated, and then it blasted to the downside. This one accumulated, blasted to the upside. Accumulating right now, blasting the upside next. Now, as far as patterns are concerned, I don't know. There's nothing really jumping out at me. It's just given that like reversal vibe. You know what I mean? And if this is the neckline, then it's just heavy resistance at 20, 2081, 21. You know, once you chip through it, the more times you try it too, the weaker it gets. And you also got to keep in mind, last time you were up here, right here, your RSI was at the same price, but back here it was overbought, incredibly overbought. So the fact that it's here again, and your RSI is sitting at 60, you're in a much better spot for some further upside. So this big move is probably what's doing you in for all this time, because you got this monstrous move, which is a big move. This was a 35% move. That's a huge move. So it's got to cool off. It's got to retrace. It's got to take a breather. And then eventually you'll get enough momentum to break further to the upside. Your RSI's got to cool down. Your momentum wave has cooled down. It's a little bit on the high side right now, but it can linger up there for long periods of time. So that doesn't really mean that much, especially if we're entering a proper like alt-season bull market. But yeah, it's got to take a little breather, take a break, and then it'll perform with the rest of the market. It just kind of seems like it front ran the move maybe a little bit. I don't think you got anything to worry about. What point should I be concerned about Cookie in your opinion? If it breaks that lower trend line. Now you've already got two fake outs as well, so you got to keep that in mind. But if it comes back down here and it breaks and it rejects, then I would be concerned. But right now, I wouldn't be bothered. You might want to look into diversifying your portfolio. It seems like this might be your only project you're holding. If not, then maybe you're a little bit overexposed to it. That's just what I'm gathering. You know, I'm making assumptions. So, don't mind me. Actually, it looks very similar to Bitcoin. In a way. Maybe not. Well, no, actually, it got this big spike. Bitcoin had this big spike. Little middle spike. Little middle spike. And then it's grinding up. And it's grinding up. Yeah. Cookie actually seems very, very closely tied to Bitcoin, more so than most other alts, which is quite interesting. Interesting observation. Of course, thank you for subscribing and smashing the like button. Tyler said Pinlink News. Probably another partnership. They partnership with everybody. Let's take a look. Pinlink, Pinlink, Pinlink. Marketing. 100K in sales on day one of the Pinlake USDC shop. No surprise to see so much demand. What are they even selling? I don't know. So he wants their shop. I guess that's news. Real world asset tokens market cap jumped from 49 billion to 63 billion. Very cool. Yep. All right, guys. Now for the big reveal. The title of the video that I'm working on, that I'm getting ready to publish, is I took an AI on a date. Here's what happened. So make sure you guys are subscribed and you have alerts turned on so that you can be notified as soon as that video goes live. As always, if Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Happy Thursday. Don't panic, sell your crypto. And good night.